Hey YouTubers, I'm Tim Townley. This little metal box for $100 US can send an HDMI signal to your smartphone, and that's not all. Quick disclaimer, I bought this with my own money, and all of the opinions in this video are my own. My goal is to give you real-world results so that you can make a better purchase decision. Stay to the end of the video where I'm going to test this little transmitter and its range. The Inkee Benbox comes in a sleek design cardboard box. It's a cardboard box. We're not going to talk about that. You can watch another YouTube channel for that. There it goes. Now, the actual Inkee Benbox, this sleek little design, as you can tell, it's very small. Like, look at the size of it compared to my hand. Very small. Now, it's made out of metal, it's super lightweight, it's only 125 grams, like that's super light. And the design is super simple. On the top, we have an antenna, we have our power button with LED indicators, and when you're connected to Wi-Fi, there's another LED indicator for that. On the sides, we have 3 ports. One is your HDMI port. That's very important for what we're doing. On the opposite side, we have a USB 3 port, which can be used to control your camera with the app. We're going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. And on the front side here, you'll notice that it has a USB-C. Now this is a dual purpose USB-C port. Now the first thing is, you can charge the 2,500 milliamp hour battery, which gives you approximately 3.5 hours of runtime. Or while you're using it, you can also keep it going. Just plug in a USB-C with some kind of power source, and you can do this all day long. So with the Inkee Benbox, the first thing you have to do is power it on. To power it on, you just press once and press a second time and hold until all of the indicator lights come on. You'll notice that the Wi-Fi indicator light is also on, which means that we can connect it through the app. I'm going to attach it to the camera, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the HDMI cable, which of course it's sold separately, so you're going to have to purchase that on your own. Link in the description. There we go. The HDMI is connected, so that means that we should be able to connect to the app and we'll be able to see the same thing as our camera. So the first thing you're going to need to do is connect to the Benbox itself. Once the Benbox is connected, it's going to say no internet connectivity, which is obvious. We're not connected to the internet, we're connected to the Benbox. Then you're going to go into the app itself, and you'll see that it automatically connected, and we see the X on the wall. We can also see my hand. The latency they say for this is 150 milliseconds. So that's not too bad for close range like this. And right now I have it set to 720p. You can also set it to 1080p. So we're gonna stay with the 720p, and that's totally fine because that does reduce the signal because of how much data is going through it. So you can see that we have decent signal here. We can see that both screens are showing pretty much the same thing. The latency is pretty darn good. So the next thing we can do is we can control our camera using the provided USB control cable. So it comes with multiple cables for Canon, Panasonic, Sony, and I think there's a few other ones in there as well. But the cable that we're going to be using today is the Sony control cable. Now this one, it just connects into your camera. And you'll see, oh, and there it is. It just pops up and we can see that there is a record button and a shutter button. So we'll take a picture, and then we can also press the record button, and there we go. We're recording. Now that we've tested it inside, we're gonna go outside and do a range test. Let's check it out. So right now we're about, I'd say, 10 feet away from the camera, and we're starting there. On the Benbox app, the Inkee Benbox app, we do have it at 720p. We're gonna see how far I can go with this recording. So let's try it out and see what the signal is like. So we're just walking back. Signal's really good right now, no problem. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. And right now I'd say we're maybe a little past 100 feet. Yeah, I'd say maybe around 100 feet or more. I lost a signal here. Yeah, we haven't got any signal. Oh, there we go, signal's back. Let's see, it's getting a little, yeah, it's doing okay. And the latency is not that bad actually.
I apologize, as you can see here, I turn around and we lose signal, both on my audio and on the Inkee Benbox.
If we turn around, yeah, it's actually not too bad. The latency is decent. So I would say maybe 150 feet at the most. It's really hard to judge really, but I'd say it's pretty close. Oh yeah, and we're still going. As long as we're line of sight, it's okay. But as soon as I turn around.
And again, here we go and we lose signal again.
Here we go, turn back around. And let's see if it reconnected. So yeah, it doesn't take much to block the signal. I'm gonna start walking back and I'm gonna do 1080p on the signal right now and see if that makes a difference. It does kind of jitter now. Well, actually it stopped totally. It has nothing when I have 1080p. So back to 720. 720 is not bad. 1080, it freezes. And let's go to 720 again. Okay, so it's probably best just to keep it in 720 if you're going to be that far away. Most cases you're not going to be that far away and you'll be all right. So yeah, there's our kind of distance. Unfortunately, I don't have a tape measure here to show you what the distance is exactly, but there's a pretty good idea of what the signal is like on the Inkee Benbox. After using the Inkee Benbox for only about a month now, I have been very satisfied with it, with the only exception being that I can't use all of the functions with a Sony camera, like ISO, shutter, and aperture. Also, they have the ability to do LUTs with the other cameras. Sony does not. This is a great budget option for small productions. I highly recommend it for that. That's up to you though. What do you think? If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If the Inkee Benbox interests you and you'd like to purchase it, try the link in the description. It doesn't cost you any extra and it really helps out the channel so we can do more reviews just like this. And don't forget, press that like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.